Hi, welcome to this recorded yoga class. I hope you're able to enjoy it while I'm gone, and I look forward to joining you back on your mat to share yoga with you when I come back. All right, let's start in a comfortable seated posture. I hope you guys already foam rolled or have warmed up your muscles a little bit, but we're going to start slowly. So, sitting up nice and tall. Feel that spine lifting and lengthening from the top of the head and down through the tailbone. Feel those sit bones grounding firmly to the surface underneath you. Feel the shoulders relax and release. Let's let go of all we had to do to get here and all we'll have to do when we're done. Now, it's our time to turn our attention and our focus to yoga and tune in to the breath, to the body, to the mind. Let's start by working on our three-part breath. Let's exhale completely, and then we'll inhale and fill the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then empty from the top down. First the chest, then the ribs, then the belly, and then filling from the bottom up, belly, ribs, chest, and then emptying, chest, ribs, belly, fill the belly, ribs, chest, and then emptying, chest, ribs, belly, fill the belly, ribs, chest, and empty, chest, ribs, belly. We can continue that pattern for a few more moments, really settling in. Seeing if we can really just notice the breath, the sensations of breathing. Remembering that the breath is the link between the body and the mind. Feel the shoulders stacking over the hips, ears over shoulders gently. And remember, in the words of Rumi, this being human is a guest house. Each day a new visitor, a joy, a sorrow. Welcome them all in, even if they clear your house of all the things you value. Make room for them and give them space. Don't let them control the destiny of your day, but don't turn them away either. Acknowledge them. Let's bring our hands to our heart center and we'll set an intention for our practice. Something we want to cultivate on our mat that we can take with us off of our mat out into the world where we continue our practice. And think about maybe it's patience, maybe it's loving kindness, maybe it's peace, maybe it's joy, whatever it might be. Feel that intention being cultivated and welling up. And we can get ready. We're going to do some seated cat and cow poses. Sit in a simple cross-legged pose. And we can move flesh away from sit bones to help us have that tripod effect, sitting up nice and tall again, stacking shoulders over hips and ears over shoulders. So let's take a big breath in, filling the belly, ribs, chest, And then we're going to exhale and come into a seated cat, tucking that tailbone under, tucking the chin to the chest, using those hands on the knees, on the front of the knees as leverage. Hold, inhale, and then exhale, come up and come forward, arch in the back, cow. Again, take a breath in, and then exhale, shift back. Again, breath in, exhale, shift to the front, coming into cow, arching, feeling the shoulders coming down, avoiding hunching up. Breath in, and exhale. Inhale again, exhale. And then coming back to a seated position. And we're going to do a simple seated twist. So we're going to take our right hand to the left knee. And from here, we're going to bring that left hand right around behind our tailbone. Press down into the mat. Lengthen the spine. Draw the navel in. And then feel that twist come from the belly button up to the sternum. And we're going to gently twist over that opposite shoulder. That shoulder that we're twisting toward tends to want to rise up. Let that shoulder come down. Let the chin stay neutral rather than up or down. And then feel the gaze turn all the way to the left as well. On the inhale, we lengthen. And on the exhale, we twist a little more if we're able to. And if not, we don't. If we're not able to twist a little more, then we don't. We just pause where we are. Inhale, and then exhale, come back to the center and gently switch sides. Down to right knee, let that right hand come right behind the tailbone. Again, the hand is on the outside edge of that knee for leverage. Lengthen first, navel draws in, and then exhale as we twist and release that belly. Take a breath in, and then exhale, we come back to the center. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees fall open to the side. And again, this is a good place for a wedge if you have one, or you can sit at the edge of a block and let it tip downward. And we're sitting up tall again, lengthening, drawing that belly in toward the spine, taking a breath in. And then we're going to exhale and fold forward. Inhale again, we lengthen. Exhale and fold. Take a breath in, and then exhale, we come back up, and we're going to come into boat pose. So here, again, we're going to sit and feel that tripod, that tailbone and the two sit bones. And then we're going to lift our legs, hands come here, draw that navel in toward the spine, and hold. Remember to keep breathing, not to hold your breath. Take a breath in, and then exhale, lower the legs. We're going to come into a modified boat. And if boat is hard when you do that, then we lift one leg at a time instead. Always know that there are modifications for things like that, and to listen to the body and honor it. We're going to come down We're going to lower the legs, and then we're going to lift our head and shoulders up. And we're going to lift our feet. Again, we can bend our knees here. And we kind of want to feel like our eyes are level with our knees or our feet. Feel that low back pressing to the mat. Don't worry if the muscles shake. They're just working hard. Maintain your breath. And again, we can modify with one foot down, then the other. Inhale, exhale, lower the feet, come on back down. Hug the knees into the chest. And then we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. And then let that knee move gently side to side. And then lengthen the leg, switch sides, left knee comes in. Again, we move side to side. And then we're going to lengthen the leg back. From here, we're going to come into bridge pose. So we're going to bring the feet flat. We're going to lift the hips. Bring the heels close into the buttocks, lift up, and then here in a lifted position, we're going to take a breath in as our hips are lifted and arms come overhead. And then we're going to exhale, lower halfway down, and the arms come back. And we're going to do this about 10 times. So inhale, lift, arms come up, exhale, lower, arms come down, but we don't bring the hips all the way down. Again, inhale, lift, arms overhead, squeeze the glutes here. And then exhale, halfway down. Again, inhale, lift. Remembering that the back of the head is pressed to the mat. We are not flattening the neck. Again, lift, squeeze. And then lower again, halfway, arms come all the way. Lift again. Lower. Again. I've lost count. We'll do it one more time. And lower back down. And then from here we're going to do reclined windshield wipers. So lying again, feet flat, our arms are out, shoulder height, palms are facing down. We're going to drop the knees first to the left. And the head goes in the opposite direction and then to the right. And again, switching. A few more times. And then we're going to come back, lengthen the legs, point the toes, bring the arms up overhead, reach, and pointing the toes, reach, and then relax, and then flex the feet again, reach up, pressing through the soles of the feet, and then relax. And then on our back here, we're going to hug our knees into our chest. We're going to roll like a ball and come up to a standing position. So hug those knees in, gather a little bit of momentum a few times, and then try to come up to standing. And up we go. All right, nice job. From here, we're going to take our feet as wide apart as the mat. And we're going to squat down into a yogi squat. And then we're going to bring the hands to the heart center and the elbows to the inside edges of the knees. And a modification here is to not come down as far. We come here. We can shift a little bit from side to side. Shift to the other side. And then from here we can bring the hands down, bring the feet parallel to the edges of the mat, a forward bend, crossing opposite hand to elbow and swaying a little from side to side. And then we're going to bring the feet together. Heel toe those feet in. And then from here, take a nice big breath in, sweeping those arms out to the side, using those glute muscles to come up. And then exhale and bring the hands back to our heart center. From here, take a breath in. And then exhale, we're going to step the right foot back into a crescent lunge. Up, and then from here, squaring those hips to the front edge of the mat, squaring the torso, pressing out through the back heel. Take a breath in, exhale, lower the arms to shoulder height, and then we're going to turn to the left, pressing out through the back heel, reaching through the fingers. Take a breath in, exhale, arms come down. We're going to step that back foot in for pyramid pose. And we have some options here. So instead of pyramid pose, you can come to warrior one if you prefer. We're going to bring our left hand to our hip. Let's take that right arm back, up and around. We're squaring our hips. And then we're going to ground down through the feet, draw that navel into the spine, slight back bend if it's comfortable, following an imaginary line across the ceiling, and then down the wall, across the floor, until we're just about near 6 or 12 inches from the big toe. And then if we want to, we can bring that right arm down. Lengthening, and then we're going to follow that line back. Follow that imaginary line, coming back across the floor, up the wall, along the ceiling, and then back. From here, we're going to step that back foot in, bringing the hands down. We're in a forward bend. Let the head dangle heavily. And then we're going to come halfway up, lengthening again from the crown through the tailbone, drawing the shoulder blades back, drawing the belly into toward the spine. Inhale and then exhale and fold. And again, forward bend, halfway up. And then exhale and fold. Again, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Sweep those arms out to the side. Let's come on back up to mountain. Take a breath in. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward again. Come halfway up. fold again. Bend the knees. Sweep those arms out. Come on up. Back to mountain. Pausing. Taking a breath in. Exhale, we're going to step the left foot back for a crescent lunge. So those back toes are curled under. We're squaring the hips to the front edge of the mat. And arms are going to come up. And then exhale, let them come down to shoulder height. Press out through that back foot. Take a breath in, and then exhale, we're going to turn to the right. If we need a little more stability, we heel toe the front foot a little farther away from the back foot. That wider stance can give us a little bit more stability. We're reaching through the fingers, lengthening up from the top of the head, and pressing out through that back heel. Taking a breath in, exhaling, bringing the hands back beside the front foot, bringing the back foot in. We're going to come into pyramid pose, or you can come into warrior one if you prefer. So we're going to come up. Bringing the right hand on the right hip. Bring that left hand up. And following that imaginary line. Inhaling and then exhaling slowly. Keeping those hips as square as we are able to. Coming down until our vision is just about 6 to 12 inches from that big toe. Reaching out through those extended fingers. And that left arm. And if we want to, we can bring that arm down. We can have blocks beside us for both hands to rest on. And then we're going to follow that imaginary line back up. Down. We're going to step that back foot in. Inhale again. Exhale, fold forward. And it's a forward bend, and then we come halfway up. And forward bend again. Halfway up. Forward bend. Exhale. And then halfway up again. And then bend those knees. We're going to come all the way up. Bringing the hands back to the heart center. Pausing for a moment. We're going to release the hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, step the right foot back. Coming into warrior two. Feel the front intersects the arch of the back. Feel those two panes of glass. Pressing on the front and the back side of the body. Arms come up. Exhale, they float down to shoulder height. We're going to gaze out over those front fingers. Feeling the shoulders stacking over our hips. Feeling the shoulders move down the back away from the ears. Take a breath in. Exhale completely. Another breath in. And then exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. Coming into triangle pose. If we need a break, bend both knees for a moment. Or heel toe the feet together and come out of the pose. Take a breath in here. Exhale, reach out over the front leg. And then bring that front hand to its place somewhere along the inside edge of the foot or on a block. Inside edge of the leg, I should have said. And feel that front sit bone roll under, the back hip rolls up. Feel that torso turn up toward the sky. Draw that belly in toward the spine. Feel the shoulders stack one on top of the other. Lengthening up with the top hand and down with the bottom hand. Take a breath in and then exhale. Bring that top arm down for a moment and then bring it back up. Again, inhale. And then exhale, the arm comes down. Shift the weight to the front. Step that foot up. Actually, don't step the foot up. Keep the foot there. We're going to come into crescent lunge. Again, if we need more stability, take the front foot a little farther away. Interlace the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back. Square the torso to the front edge of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lift those arms. Take a breath in again, and exhale, we come forward over that leg. Feel like that belly lifts up off of that front thigh. Keep the shoulders moving back away from the ears. Take a breath in and exhale, release the hands. We're going to step that right foot up, coming right into flamingo. And then we're going to come right from flamingo in a moment into eagle. Pause here. Engage that drishti, and then take that right leg, cross it over the left. Gonna sink down. Oh my goodness, sink down through that left foot. Cross that right foot over. Feel the shoulders stack over the hips. And then right arm comes over. Left arm comes under. Elbows come out and up. And again, we engage our drishti, our focal point. Remember, falling is part of learning. We just begin again. We pick up, try again. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come out of the pose. And from here, take a breath in. Inhale. Exhale, those arms come up. Take a breath in again. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward. And we're going to come halfway up with a flat back. And then fold again. Come halfway up with a flat back. Fold again. Inhale again, halfway up. And then exhale and fold. Sweep those arms out to the side. Coming up, exhaling, bringing the hands back to the heart center. Take a breath in. And then exhale, we step the left foot back. for warrior two. Again, heel of the front intersects the arch of the back. Turn that torso to face the long edge of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, let them float down to shoulder height. Take a breath in, and then exhale, dipping in on the front knee. Feeling those two panes of glass pressing on the front and the back side of the body. Gazing out over those front fingers. And if we look down at that front knee, we want to see that it tracks outward toward that pinky toe rather than rolling in. Take a breath in. And then exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. If our arms are tired, we can let them come down. If our legs are tired, we can bend the knees for a minute, or again, heel toe them together. Arms come back up. Exhale, they float down to shoulder height. Take a breath in. And then exhale, we're going to reach out over that front foot. And remember, we have two panes of glass pressing on the front and the back side of the body, so we're not like this or like this, but we're here. That front arm comes down, the hand comes down as far as it can without pitching your chest forward. That top arm stacks. We feel the front sit bone roll under, the back hip rolls up. We press through the soles of the feet to help us be strong and grounded. We're lengthening with the top arm up and those bottom fingers down toward the ground. Take a breath in, and then exhale. We're going to come right into crescent lunge. Turn the back toes under. And again, if we need a little more stability, heel toe the front foot a little further out. We're going to take the hands behind our back, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, and then exhale, lift as we lean forward. Coming over that front thigh, lifting those arms behind us as high as we're able to. Feeling that belly peeling off of that leg like it's lifting up. And while we're lifting the arms up behind us, we do want to be mindful not to hunch our shoulders up so shoulders come down, but the arms are lifting and lengthening. From here, inhale, exhale, release the hands, bring the hands beside the foot. We're going to step that back foot up, coming right into flamingo. Again, squaring the torso to the front edge of the mat, leveling the hips, and then feeling like we have two panes of glass pressing on the front and the back side of the body. Again, engaging the drishti, our focal point, remembering that falling is part of life, it's part of learning. It's not how many times we fall, it's really about getting back up. Inhale, and then we're going to exhale and come to eagle pose. Crossing that left leg over the right, feeling those hips squaring to the front edge of the mat. Dipping in on that standing right knee. Left arm comes over, right arm comes under. Elbows come out and up. And then we engage the drishti, our focal point. Take a breath in, exhale. Slowly we try to come out of the pose. And bring those hands back to our heart center. From here, inhale, arms up. Exhale, we float forward again. And then we're going to come halfway up. And fold again. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, we come halfway up again. And then exhale, we fold. From here, we're going to take our feet as wide apart as our mat. Again, for our yogic squat. So we can be here. We can point those toes out a little bit toward the corners of the mat. Elbows on the inside edges of the knees again for garland or malasana. Or we can do this pose a little bit differently this time. We can bring the feet together. Come down, knees come apart, and then we reach forward. Take a breath in, exhale, back. Going to come to a seated position. And here, we're going to take that right foot out. Lengthen that leg. Press through the sole of the foot. Feel like that femur lines up with our sternum. It's not going to be an exact line up, but we want to give ourselves that sort of alignment cue, that suggestion. We're going to take the inside edge of the left foot along that right leg. Inhale, and then exhale, come forward to the point where we feel a firm but not painful stretch. We want to come forward from the hip so that we come forward this way, the chest is lifted. And again, on the inhale we lengthen, on the exhale we fold. Breath in. So fold a little deeper if that feels right. If it doesn't, hold right where you are. And then let's take that right arm along the inside edge of that leg. And this time we're going to take our left arm up, turning the torso toward the sky. Reaching up with those top fingers. Inhale, and then exhale. Bring that arm down toward that leg or foot. If we can reach for the foot, we do. And then we're going to take that bottom, that right arm, around behind us. Reaching back. We can have our hand here, and we can bring that arm as far back behind us as we can. Not worrying about where the arm is or isn't. Lengthening as we inhale, and reaching more as we exhale. Inhale, and then exhale. Both hands come beside that leg. We're going to slowly walk those hands back in. We're going to bring the feet flat. Again, moving flush away from sit bones. Knees together. We're going to round over those knees, tuck the chin toward the chest. out. Right foot comes along the inside edge. Again, moving any flesh away from sit bones as needed. Sitting up tall. Lengthening as we inhale, and then folding as we exhale. Noticing and remembering to breathe and noticing where the breath is. And then from here, hands back up, sitting up tall. We're going to bring that left arm along the inside edge of that leg. We're going to take that opposite arm, that right arm up, reaching up. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, reaching up. And then bring that top arm over toward that extended leg. We're going to bring left arm behind us. If it's comfortable, we can reach for the foot. And then bring that left arm behind us, gazing back toward that arm. Inhale, we're lengthening. Exhale, we're reaching through that hand. Left hand behind us. Take a breath in and then exhale, and comes down. Pause here for a moment. Then the hands come back in. Legs out in front. Sitting up tall again. Staff pose. Wrists are underneath our shoulders. Fingers are flexed. We're pressing out through the soles of the feet. Stacking our shoulders over our ears. Taking a breath in, and then exhaling. Again, inhale, and exhale. One more time, and then exhale. Let's come onto our knees for just a moment. Curl the toes under. Into a half or a modified camel. We're going to bring our hands to our low back. Let the shoulders come back and down. Lengthening again up through the top of the head, drawing that belly toward the spine, stacking shoulders over hips, squeezing those glute muscles and engaging those thighs. We're just going to leave those hands on the low back, supporting it. Let the shoulders come down. Inhale and lengthen. And then exhale, just see if we can shift the hips forward a little bit, arching the back slightly, gazing upward toward the ceiling. Inhale exhale. Take a breath in and then exhale. Sit back, uncurl those toes. Sit back, and then we're going to come into child's pose. So our toes are together, our knees are apart. Let that belly sink down. Let the forehead rest on the hands or on the mat. Remember here too to use your 3-part breath. So inhaling deeply into the belly, really filling the back of those ribs. And then exhaling completely from the top down. And then let's come up, take the knees a little farther apart, and really let that belly sink down. Let's come right into pigeon pose. So we're going to bring that right knee through the hands. Extend that left leg behind us. We want to feel that those hips are like headlights that are squaring to that mat beneath us. We can be here in pigeon pose. We can come down if we want to. The foot can come out this way. It changes the pose a little bit. We want to avoid having the knee being like this so much. Come in a little bit more here. If this is hard on the knee, then we come into a seated pigeon or a reclined pigeon. Take a few rounds of deep, slow, full breaths here. Take a breath in, and exhale. Let's come back. Switching sides. Now bringing that left knee through the hands. Again, adjusting the foot or reclining on this side if that feels better. Each side is a little bit different. exhale, we're going to come over onto our back to work our core. Going to do our eagle crunches. So we're going to lie on our back. Actually, we'll roll a little bit for a moment first, and then roll a little bit side to side. And then we're going to cross the right knee over the left. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. Right arm comes over, left arm comes under. And then from here, we're going to bring the legs out. Feel that belly, like it's drilling down toward the spine, the belly button. So if my legs are here, it's a much harder crunch. I still get benefit if my legs are here and I lift up and come back down. So we work where we are and with the strength of our core. If I'm here and my back's lifting off, my low back is lifting up off my mat, and I'm having a hard time maintaining good form, I'm better to bring my legs in here and work from here. So let's begin. Take a breath in and then exhale. Elbows come to the knees. We lift the head and shoulders up, come back. Again, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift. It's 4, 5. Exhale, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. And then we're going to hug those knees in for a moment and switch sides. Left leg comes over the right, arms come out to the side. It's left arm over, right arm under. Nope, sorry, wrong. It's right arm over, left arm under. Try one more time. Right arm over. I don't know why I'm so confused, but I am. Left arm over, right arm under. There we go. Sorry. Okay, here we go. That was hard. All right, we're going to extend those legs. Take a breath in and then exhale. Elbows toward the knees, lower. Inhale, exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower for 2. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Hug those knees in and roll a little bit again from side to side. We'll work our core again. We'll do our fingertip abs, our trusty old friend. So our feet are flat, the low back's pressed to the mat. And then we're going to lift the head and shoulders, come back down, complete contact of the back against the floor and the mat. We're going to bring our fingertips along the inside edges of our hip bones. We're going to take a breath in, and then we're going to exhale, drawing the belly button down toward the spine, and feel those muscles right at the inside edge of those hip bones engage. And then release without losing form. Maintain that pelvic tilt, but release those muscles. The pelvic tilt is the back pressing toward the mat. Again, inhale, and then exhale. Draw that belly down toward the spine. Release. Again, exhale, press the belly button to the spine, and then release. Again, breath in, exhale, release. Inhale, inhale, relax. And then exhale, release. Again. One more time. And again, we're going to hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll do a few more stretches. Onto our back. Our feet are as wide apart as the mat. Our arms are as wide apart as our mat over our head. We're going to bring our right hand over to meet the left. So we bring that right hand over. Our left cheek rests on that left upper arm, and we're pressing out through that through the right heel. The right inside edge of the foot rolls inward. Breath in, exhale, come back onto our back, bring that right arm over, and then we're going to bring that left arm over, that left hand meets the right, we match them up, that right cheek on our face rests on that right upper arm, we're pressing out through that left heel, the left foot rolls inward, the inside edge of that foot rolls inward. Inhale and then exhale, come back onto your back. And then we can get ready for our rest, the Shavasana. So you can get whatever you want to make yourself comfortable to lie there. I will be doing another clip for meditation if you want to do that. And I hope you will be able to enjoy that with me. I'll do that in a few moments. And we'll post that to the YouTube site as well. Thank you. Namaste. You know what? Let's do our Om together. We inhale.